So if it's already written and we can't control that side of it, then what can we control? The money part, because we the biggest consumers. Like if we all just stop spending money for look, Killer Mike did this dope ass documentary
On
and it was
Netflix,
called
right?
Buy Black, where he
Yeah.
spent a whole 24 hours and his whole point is to buy from black people, not spend his dollar with anybody outside of his species. And he showed how difficult it was. That showed you how much of a lock they got on this. Spend money with your people. Spend money with yourself. Let that dollar circulate. And then eventually get rid of the dollar and come up with your own economy. Because the dollar ain't even backed by nothing. It's a green piece of paper with dead presidents or slave masters on it. That's not even backed by gold anymore.
Like
We'll say that again, brother.
Our own schools, hospitals, grocery stores,
Yeah.
farmers, and
Talking about
eventually-
culture. Every culture come with a language. Every culture come with a landmass. Every culture come with a food source.
Right.
When you think about Ethiopia, you think about what? Ethiopian food. I can describe it to you right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I just went to an Indian market in
Indian
Georgia,
food, yeah.
and they Indian suppliers, Indian
Yeah,
workers.
exactly.
I get my fruits and vegetables from an Indian market up north in Alpharetta.
And guess where they go to though? They go to Indian dentists. They go to Indian doctors. You see that? They go to a hotel right now. They're going to go to their brother because they own most of the hotels in America. They're going to go to an Indian hotel. So everybody have their culture and connect. And when you think about a culture is how your people comply to one another. How they comply to one another, how they do business with one another. That's really a culture. Like we was talking about in InvestFest, a culture is solving the needs of a people, or meeting the needs of a people. Everybody's meeting their own needs and expanding their consciousness and expanding their awareness through this reality, but us. And that's because we lost our culture. A culture come with a land. We lost our land. A culture come with a language. We lost our language. A culture come with a God. A lot of us are serving many different gods. A culture come with a food. Every culture have their own stamp food. Every culture have an animal too. Every culture have their own animal.
What's black animal?
There's no such thing as a black race. You get into Ethiopia, their animal is the
African
lion.
animal.
There's no such thing as Africa. Africa came from Africanus Vespucci, Leonardo Spaz. Even the word Africa don't even come from Africa. Africans don't call it Africa.
What do they call it?
And they call it they call it many different things. They call it many different. They don't call it Africa.
Who is Africanus?
Africanus is a white man, a white conquistador. He was a conqueror.